Your life runs on a 10-year cycle. Every decade, the energy around you completely shifts. It explains why some years everything clicks, and the other years you can't catch a break no matter what you do. In BaZi, Chinese astrology, this is called your luck pillars. And once you understand which cycle you are in right now, you will know exactly why things feel this way and what's actually coming next. Hi everyone, welcome to my Eastern Astrology. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Today, I'm going to show you maybe the best part of Asian philosophy. Your life has ups and downs, and how these 10-year seasons work, how to figure out which one you're standing in, and what to do with that information. Because honestly, this might be the most useful thing in all Chinese astrology. After you watch this video, you will stop blaming yourself, and you might realize the biggest fortune of your life is just a few years away. I say that because I have lived it. There was a stretch of years in my life when nothing worked, not in a dramatic way, in that quiet, grinding way where you do all the right things and the results just don't come. I tried harder, I pushed more, and the door still wouldn't open. Then I looked at my own BaZi chart and I realized I wasn't failing. I was in a season that wasn't designed for harvesting. It was designed for roots. That one change in perspective saved almost everything. And that's what I want to give you today. Okay, quick thing. If you don't have your chart yet, I have a free BaZi calculator, links in the description. It takes 20 seconds. Grab it, get your own chart ready because this is getting personal. So, here's how it works. And honestly, this is one of my favorite things to explain because it just makes so much sense once you hear it. In BaZi, your life chart is like a garden, right? The soil, the seeds, the shape of the land, that's you, your core, your day master. Stays true no matter what decade you are in. But the weather changes. Every 10 years, a new combination of elements enters your life. Wood, fire, earth, metal, water, each in yin or yang form. They show up and interact with your chart in different ways. Some decades bring warm rain and long sunlight, others bring cold and silence. The garden stays the same, but what blooms depends entirely on the season. Let me give you a quick example so this clicks. Say your chart is full of wood energy. You are creative, you grow fast, you need room to expand. Then a 10-year fire pillar shows up. Fire feeds on wood, so suddenly your creativity has fuel. Ideas catch. People respond to what you're putting out. That decade feels alive. But then a metal pillar rolls in. The metal chops wood. Now the same person, same talent, same drive feels cut off, restricted, like something invisible in holding them back. And this is a part that matters. Nothing about them changed. The season changed. Now, a quick thing. The word luck in luck pillars, bad translation. It's not about good luck or bad luck falling from the sky. It's more like climate, the climate of your decade. And just like the real weather, you can't control it, but you can understand it. And once you do, you stop finding the rain and start knowing when to plant. So, when the luck pillar supports your chart, when the elements coming in feed you, life just works. Opportunities show up without you forcing them. Decisions feel clear. Work has meaning. Relationships deepen in ways that surprise you. You're not necessarily working harder than before. The wind is just at your back. And honestly, it feels like grace. But when a luck pillar pushes against your chart, the opposite happens. You push and nothing moves. You plan carefully and things fall apart anyway. Energy just drains. And here's what breaks my heart every time when I see it. So many people spend their hard decades thinking something is wrong with them. They look around and see someone else succeeding and think, why can't I do that? What's wrong with me? But here's the truth: your timeline doesn't follow anyone else's calendar. It follows your own elemental rhythm. And those rhythms different for every single person. I've sat with people in their 20s who were in a deep winter, stuck, confused, watching their friends take off while they couldn't find solid ground. And I've sat with people in their 50s hitting the most alive, creative decade of their life. Neither was behind, neither was ahead, just different seasons. I had a client, brilliant woman, incredibly talented. She spent her entire 30s feeling invisible. She'd apply for jobs she was overqualified for and get rejected. She'd pitch ideas that were geniusly good and nobody listens. She started to believe she just wasn't enough. Then she turned 40, and within 2 years, new career, new relationship, new city, everything shifted. What happened? Did she suddenly become smarter? No, her luck pillar changed. The weather changed. Her time just arrived. And what had been frozen in her life started to thaw. This is actually what I love about doing personal readings. Every single chart tells a completely different story. If you're curious about your own chart, the link is in the description. But let me keep going because the next part is important. Okay, so not every decade is designed for the same thing. That's the whole point. And once you figure out what your current season is actually asking of you, you can stop fighting it and start working with it. So let me walk you through the 4 types. A spring pillar asks you to plant, begin things, start a project, take the class, meet the stranger who becomes important later. Now, spring energy is tender and uncertain. Nothing looks impressive yet, but the seeds you plant then become the forest of your later years. A summer pillar asks you to show up fully, express yourself, step into the spotlight. This is a decade where effort gets recognized, where creativity flows, where being bold actually works. Summer is not the time to play small, okay? It's your time to shine. An autumn pillar asks you to harvest, enjoy what you've built, share it, but also, and this is the hard part, begin to let go of what doesn't fit anymore. Autumn is warm, but it's honest. It asks you what are you carrying that you no longer need. And then there's winter. A winter pillar asks you to grow inward, rest, reflect, heal, strengthen your roots where nobody can see. The outer world goes quiet. Visible progress slows down, and the real work, it becomes invisible. And I really want you to hear this part. Winter is not failure. Winter is the season that gives depth to everything that follows. The people who honor their winters, who don't try to force bloom when the ground is frozen, they come into the next spring with this quiet power that the people who never stop running just don't have. There's an old saying I think about a lot. The river doesn't fight its banks, it flows within them and arrives exactly where it needs to go. So, if you're in winter right now, if life feels heavy, if nothing seems to grow no matter how hard you try, I want you to hear this. It's not forever. It's not your fault. And it is not wasted time. Winter is doing something quietly, invisibly, in the dark. It's laying down roots for everything that comes next. Roots you can't see yet, but roots that will hold you when the wind comes back. Trust the season. It knows what it's doing. I'm curious. Do you feel like you're in spring, summer, autumn, or winter right now? Tell me in the comments. I read every single one. And if you want to know more about BaZi, I've got a free ebook that shows you the basics. And I do personal readings too, where we look at your full chart and your 10-year cycle together. Links are all in the description. Take what's useful. All right, go easy on yourself this week. I will see you next time. Bye bye.